Hello, YouTube friends, family, people, followers. Oh, that sounds so bad. Anyways, how's it going, guys? Updates today. A lot of cool things. I'm actually a little drained. You might not see it because I just got a burst of energy, so why not run with it, right? One of the nice things I've kind of had a negative compliment, which I love at work, is I think I've got too much energy during the day. And I do about quite a bit more work than most of the people because it's ingrained. Work hard, do right. You'll just make it. And I'm in sales, so it just pretty much goes to say, if you, and this is what I tell everybody, is if you don't have skill, or what you lack for in skill, you make up in numbers. And there are days when I just don't have the skill, and then I just make a lot of phone calls, and that's how it works. But that's another world. Another channel, another world. I'm not doing that anyways. Some updates today. So we're going to talk about my crypto update, my Binance update. The market's way down, but I'm not doing that bad because I got in a good position when I started. And then I want to go over, I sold some stuff and I didn't sell some stuff, and I want to maybe do some product research. So I'll do that at the end. So if you guys are into Amazon FBA, then that's that. If you're new to the channel, if you want to follow what I'm doing, I'm not doing anything extravagant, not putting out videos to try to just pull people in. I'm just making videos that I like. And yeah, I hope you guys connect. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, turn the bell icon on, and we'd love to hear from you. I want to know what you guys are doing. If you're selling products online, what are you selling? Not necessarily the product, but how well are you selling and stuff like that. I'd love to hear it. So let's just go right in. Crypto update. I will pull this up on my screen here. So I've invested $800 into crypto. Now that I think about it, is even though I've put 800 in, that's what we're counting because that's what I put into it. But when I first started, I didn't know what I was doing, and I had some transfer fees because I had to transfer it from one program to the next. And I probably only got about 750 technically in it, maybe 780 or something like that. But that's what's actually in the coins. So far, I just made up this number because I don't remember when it was, but about a week or two ago, I mined $15 worth of Bitcoin, and that went into my wallet. I transferred that into Binance, and just recently I've got a little bit over $15. Maybe we'll pull it up. Left in my wallet or account from Hashminer. So that's not been put into the mix of the prices and stuff because I just haven't taken the time to transfer it. So a little negative against the crypto is because Bitcoin has gone down so much. It was 20,000 at one point. It was stable around 13 to 15,000. Now it's around 11,000. So it's dropped quite a bit, and that's hurt me a little bit because when I'm mining it with my computer, it gives me less of a value. Now if it goes back up, then I get that value back. So it's kind of a hope and win. I'll show you where I'm at with Binance. Let's refresh it here if I can find the refresh. There we go. So as we're talking, $738.05. So I've got about $815 invested, so I'm down a little bit. Not that bad. I think my best so far, I've maxed out at about 1,100, just over that. So we're trying to hope that the market kind of bounces back and we go from there. I've still got the same amount, XLM, which is Stellar Lumens, Tron, which has gone way down in price, which is good because then I can buy it. Ripple, which is was at $3 at one point. Now it's at like $1 something to $2. Neblio, which I'm just playing long term. We'll see what that turns into. So that's where I'm at with the crypto update. Some other things is I want to go over. I did make another sale on my product without doing anything, no advertisement. So it just someone saw it, liked it, and bought it. Thumbs up there. Not really selling like crazy gung ho type thing. It's just not taken off on its own. So I haven't launched it, haven't done anything like that. So I'm just letting it sit. I'm not in a rush. I'm just kind of seeing where it sits. Meanwhile, I want to find a different product in a different category because I think the one I have is a little limited as far as the max that I can get out of it. So sure, I can make $1,000, $1,500 a month, which is great. But I don't think I'm going to make much more than $3,000 a month, even if I got in the top 5. So I think I've kind of messed up in that aspect where I didn't pick a large enough market. Although I would have thought it would be, but I just didn't look at the numbers. Where I want to get something in a larger market where you can make $10,000 to $20,000 per month, and there's a lot higher of a ability to do that. So that's where we're at with my product. As you can notice, the camcorder that I bought for $70 or $69, $75 with tax, is currently gone. I sold it, mailed it out this morning. Awesome. So quick 70, 80 bucks I made in profit of that. It was worth like 300 bucks. Sold it online for 170. After fees and shipping and all that, I make about 70 to 80 bucks. Not bad for kind of just stopping by the store and finding something on clearance. Let's see here. That's done. No bites on the computer back here. I bought that guy for about $525. Invested with the monitor and all that stuff. I've pieced it with a brand new keyboard and mouse. I put it up for $900. Had literally no offers until today. Some guy offered, last night actually, he offered me like $500, and I was like no. And then he went up to $600, and I pretty much bottomed out. I said $750 would be the lowest because I just don't want to sell it cheaper than that. I kind of figured that would happen. It's been a little bit of a slow market with computers in my local area here. The thing is, I think I've overpriced it, which I mentioned a couple videos back, but it's not killing me to have it sit there. I've got cash that I've still got sitting waiting to buy other stuff. I just haven't taken the time to actually purchase other items. So like that sitting there isn't hurting me because it's not tying up any money that I need for other items. The only negative is if I don't sell it, I will soon. Then if I have a large item that I want to buy, I just don't have the funds. I'll have to borrow it from myself because I keep my personal account separate from doing this. Anyways, that's that. What I wanted to do today is, I think that's everything. Let me look at my notes here. So crypto, sales, sold the camcorder, no bites on the computer. I did make an offer on another computer, so we'll see if that comes in, and we'll see what goes on with that. Let's check out some products. I want to show you this cool idea. I talked last time about a video where there's a new way to search, or there's a new pattern that I'm going to start searching with. Let me show you just kind of the updates. So we previously looked at this little kitty thing. I want to show you how busy. This is still doing really good. It's 8 sales, 17 sales. So they're really averaging, if you go back in the last 60 days, these guys are averaging, it says 14. I don't know if that's a daily average. Yeah, I think that's 14 per day on average, the 60-day average. Pretty good for a product. If you can sell anything 10 times a day, that's awesome. The problem is, in my opinion, that this type of product, we'll pull it up here, and it's the butterfly cat toy. So there's just absolutely tons of them, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Let me pull it up here. So we're in the pet supply category. Let's just run a quick jungle scout on this and just see. This is part of research. We found this product, a month ago? So we've kind of kept our eye on it. So sales, okay, a couple reviews. There's lots of open market. There's no big brands because that's just clearly a private label people selling that. Amazon started selling one just similar to it, as you can see here. That's kind of interesting. And you can see they've got quite a few reviews because they know how to get them. And they've got a few sales, but it doesn't look like it's really taking off. But they are underpricing everybody, so that's kind of a downfall to the world of fulfilled by Amazon people. That's one of the scares, is that Amazon kind of takes their products. So yeah, 374 sales. Let's just look at the flat numbers. Who's making the most? So let's click revenue. This person's selling this Tower of Tracks toys for $10 is making about $43,000. So they're selling 4,700 of these things. That's our next thing we're going to look at. 30,000 in this one. So this is called the Smarty Cat Hot Pursuit Cat Toy. Yeah, I know exactly. It's like a little mat and it's just a spinny thing where the little thing comes around, the cat chases it around. It's pretty cool. If you like chasing it around. Let's see, Petty Cat. So right now, right here, here's the big one. So the biggest name seller is selling this thing for $9. There's no way they're making money. they're lucky if they're buying this thing for $4, $3, right? $2. Let's say they bought it for $2. They still have to ship it. Let's just say that only costs $2. They're now $4 into it. And Amazon's going to probably take about $5, or let's just say they're lucky and it's only costing them $4 in Amazon fees and shipping. So they're what? They're $8 into it and they're selling for $8.99. They're selling 374 of them. They're making like $300 a month. It's not worth the time, to be honest with you, because the most these guys are making, this is your number one seller. And I think this was different when we looked at it. It was probably a lot higher, closer to 5,000 to 10,000, because the problem is a lot of these guys entered in and took a piece of it. One guy came in and got in 5th spot, and he priced it lower and took a chunk of their money. Another guy, and that's what we're doing. We're trying to get in there. He's taking lower. So this is the problem when you don't have anything you can differentiate. So because you can't make this different, this isn't a different product, there's just going to be just hordes of people going in here and selling the exact same thing. You can't win. It's just you're going to wait until 5 other people, 10 other people enter your market, drop the price down. It's going to hurt your sales. You're going to have to drop the price down. And before you know it, you guys everybody's liquidating. And then the guys who started last just lose their money or sell them just dirt cheap. So I don't think that's going to be a good product. I think we should take that off the board. Maybe we'll keep it up just to track it in the future. But let's look at this one. This one looks pretty interesting. It's only $10. I can't imagine it's going to cost us more than $2 to get. So there is a low profit margin. But if they're selling, what are they selling? 43,000. Even if we made $1 a piece, we're making $4,700 a piece. So if we can capitalize on $2.50, $3 per item, that's $1,200. There's some profit. Or 12,000, sorry. That's a big thing. So let's take a look. Tower of Tracks cat toy. I don't know if this is going to be a broad enough search term, but let's try this. So we've got some little Tower of Tracks. There are some private label guys in here. You can see that. There's an add-on item, which means it's not like a Amazon Prime. So yeah, there's a few in here. Let's see what these other guys are doing with this. All right, so we've got the largest sales. I'm just going to organize them by sales if that's okay. There's not really any name brands in here because I don't think this just looks like another private label. There are quite a few reviews on some of these guys, but not a whole lot. There's a whole bunch under 50. And then sales. There's just no sales here. A couple guys are coming in, and he's got this one. He's making it for $12.99. That's cool. That guy's making some money. So yeah, let's just see who's making the most. So this one here, this white one, $15, doing pretty good. They're in pet supplies, Easyology or whatever. They're making $10,000. Even if they're only making $3 a piece, that's $2,100 a month. So yeah, a little limited. But you know what? You could get in. They're making more because they're taking out $15. So yeah, they're definitely getting a little bit of chunk back from that. That's pretty cool. So they're probably making about $5 a piece, we'll say. So they're making $3,500 a month. That's a small income. And then if you end up getting in this top spot, it's just a matter of time. They might overcome them, and they'll probably sell $2,000-$3,000. And if they're making, even if they're making $3 a piece, $6,000 a month. That's pretty decent. So that might be an option. We can kind of look at that, the Amazing Cat Roller Toy. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to click on this. And this is called sniping or stealing private label people or stealing their sales, whatever you want to call it. What we're going to do is we're going to look at their store. So Easyology, they're obviously doing something right. So here are their products. So their top product is this extra large cat litter mat. So here's something I really like. These guys stuck with the same theme. They're all cat products. So what they're doing is they're building a little bit of a brand if they can make that Easyology the go-to. Oh, I remember I bought that from Easyology for my cat. They also sell mats. They also sell cat litter boxes. They also sell interactive pizza toys. So that makes you a little bit brandable. So in the long term, it could create a $2 million, $3 million business that you could sell. So once you get enough products making enough income, yeah, you can turn around and sell that whole thing to someone that doesn't want to jump in the market where we're at or where I'm at. And that's just perfect. So let's take a look at this. I want to see what this is doing. So cat litter mat. That's pretty cool. I didn't know they even made those. I would just thrown a mat down. So there's different sizes. That's kind of a negative. But the thing I always think of is when I'm thinking products, I am looking for stuff that is a little bit difficult. The downfall of this is if there's different sizes, but they all look to be the same. Let's see. 35 by 23, 35 by 23. They're different colors. Okay, so the only negative to this is if you starting off, this is tougher to do because now you've got to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors mats. So you got to get the purple one to appease the people who are getting purple. And they don't break them down enough. Oh, no, they're showing them here, so that's cool. So that must have been one of the updates with Jungle Scout. Love that. So you can see maybe I want to start with this one here. This Trapper Pan, box cutter. It doesn't say the color on it, but or maybe I want to start with this one because this is the most popular. I would imagine like a charcoal or a gray is going to be the most popular. So they're selling 1,700 of these, making 30,000. That might be a market to go after. Let's see who else is selling stuff here. So let's take this cat litter mat, the broadest term. That's perfect. And we're going to do a search. We're going to search all of Amazon. Cat litter mat. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to pull up Jungle Scout to see what kind of sales we've got. All right, so these are not the top guys we were just looking at, even though they're making a bunch of sales. I'm going to just rank them. So there's quite a few reviews, a couple lower reviews. That's good for us because then we can improve upon them. But let's just go into the revenue and see. Okay, so there's an open market. There's a big market we can make some money with. Now, the downfall is you got to be a little bit of a big player. You've got to start selling, a little bit more than these guys. Let's just go by rank. So lowest rank is better if you're new. Right now, wow, these guys are ranked the lowest. Yeah, that's why they're making the most. So there's a big jump between the two. The number of sales, if I want to get in the top, let's just say the first 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have to come out of the door, and in a 2-week period, I have to sell at least 820 of these. Great market to jump into, but it's a little bit tough to get to that spot because you really got to give away a lot of this just to get into that position. And I think that's what these guys are doing is they're selling them so cheap that they're trying to get into position, and then they're going to raise the price again. So then they'll become the $14.99, $15.99. They're just trying to get them out so they can get to that spot. A little bit scary that after this 8th position, 9th, 10th, 11th, and down, it really just drops off in sales. You get 200 difference, and then you're all the way down to quite a bit, almost half the price when you're down to the end of the page. So could be a possible product, absolutely. If you guys got the funds and you have, if they're, let's just say $7 shipped to the manufacturer, ready to go at Amazon's door, and you can afford to sell 800 of them, that's what, 7 times 8 is $5,600, 100%. And then you got to reorder, so you have to have a little extra money to do that. You guys could kill this one. For me, I'm a little bit smaller. I'm only got about 3,000 that I want to put into my new product. So that's that. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. Keep that mouse thing, the cat thing there. The other thing I want to do. So we found one, by the way. We just found a great product. I'm not going to jump into it now because I want to show you the other thing is when I'm doing Jungle Scout here, I'm going to show you the newest thing that I've started doing. So I'm just randomly picking numbers. There's nothing specific. Anywhere from $17 to $54. There's no reason I'm putting this change behind. I just saw a YouTuber doing it. I don't think it really matters. If I put $55, I think I'm going to get a better range. So I don't know why I have to put 55 and 33 cents. It doesn't really make that big of a difference. You want to do the revenue because this isn't what they're making in profit. This is how much they're selling. So we want to do the revenue at higher amounts. So if I want to say, 100,000, anywhere from 15,000, that gives me a price range. If I'm making 30% on my profits, then or more, because you really want to get 30 to 50%, then yeah, absolutely, we want to have those numbers. Reviews, I'm not going to look too heavily on reviews. I put 400. I really would like to have a product that's a 3.7 or lower. So let's just do a search here. These are my typical excluded things: Nike, NFL shirts, stuff like that. So there's quite a few products. We'll kind of scroll through here, and then we'll call it a night. Let's see here. Dogs, dog collars. We've got art projector. I don't want electronics. Too many moving pieces. Too many lights, glass. Want to do food. Unless you're good with that. If you want to take that type of a handle. Smart battery. I don't want to deal with batteries. Could be like a thing where you have trouble with the shipping departments, and I don't know. Let's see. Baby bottles. Nothing there. Some pencil sharpener. I guess that could be decent. It's a possibility. The problem is this is from Elmer's. If it's the same Elmer's, there's apostrophe in there, so I don't think. Let's click on it. I don't think this is the actual Elmer's company. Nope, it is. It's got their brand logo on it. So unless they're just hacking them, you don't want to go necessarily against the big guys. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'll show you why here. So we'll say. Most likely because these guys have a lot of money, they probably have patented some part of it, or they've got some sort of trademark on it. They've definitely got the trademark on Elmer's. Probably the word Crayon Pro is probably theirs. So you can't really use those in your titles. You can't capture these customers. That's why I'm not going to get into those. Ink, all this stuff. Feline, we'll do smoke detectors. I don't want to be responsible if that fails. Thermometer. Now, here's something that might work. So, fur zapper, pet hair removal for laundry. So there's an item, $20. You could probably buy it for $1, if that. It looks like it removes pet hair. So let's do pet hair removal for laundry, I guess. Let's try that. So let's do all categories. Do a search. Okay, so fur zapper is the only one like that, so they're probably not private label, but doesn't mean we can't jump in on this market. A lot of these things aren't really, so let's try let's see, let's just say washer. Try that. No, same thing. So let's just look at it. Let's just take a look. Let's see how big this market is. So we're just going to click the revenue. I want to see this. I lost my burst of energy, by the way. I'm dying now. 22,000. That's just a hair removal tool. Here we go. So 21,000. These guys are selling 1,050. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything. There's one other one like it. So potentially, if I can find it in here, they must be so far down in sales. Yeah, they're not even on the page. So the only one really killing it is this guy. So we should do maybe a little bit more research. Let's go ahead and save that one and maybe kind of dig into that a little bit further next time. So they're definitely, if they're making, $30,000, not 30. Oh, we're on the cat page. Sorry. If they're making, $21,000, I want to see if they have a patent. I want to see if they have, something that's I can't get. So let's go in just real quick. We'll go to Alibaba and we'll say pet hair remover for laundry. Okay, see if we can find anything that's like that. Bunch of weird stuff. I don't even know what that is. Premium handed in New Zealand. Cheap wool laundry dryer ball. Okay. Apparently that's a popular thing. You know what? Let's do this. We're going to go on a little bit of a tangent here. So we're kind of closing this one down. We've already got it saved, so we're good. Sheet wool ball. Okay. This could be it, guys. This could be the product. And this is kind of how it goes. Now, typically, if you're more detailed than me, then yeah, grab a pen and paper, write the things down as you come across them and start looking at them. But there's a big market for this guy. This guy's killing it. 16. So they must have like really came in the market. It does drop off here where it's the same thing, same person. So they're selling the same thing. They're selling at a cheaper price. Theirs looks cool. They're selling at a bunch more, but they're not making anywhere near the sales. So there is a little bit of fall off. There's not a whole lot of guys, and I'll bet you even this bottom one's the same, that are making as much. It's this big sheep brand, Smart Sheep, that's really controlling it. So a little bit tougher to defeat a lot of these guys, but there's a lot less sales you have to make. So you really only have to make, let's just sort it by sales. You only have to make about 80 sales to be in the top 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So about 81 sales, and then you're there. You're in the top 8. Now you got to keep selling some, so you may have to do a little bit more, promotions just to keep you steady there. But yeah, there's a potential you'll start pulling in some of that revenue, and these things are costing not even $1 a piece. So let's just say $1 to buy, $1 to ship, $5 to Amazon. So you're $7 in the door. They're selling them for about $15. So yeah, you're doubling your money. There's just not as many sales in this niche to make it explode. And I don't think, I've never heard of it, so I don't know, exactly. I'd have to research it further. So I hope this was helpful, guys. Let me know if you guys have found anything cool, what you've been up to, if you started your product, are you selling anything? There was one thing I want to leave you with, and I'm trying to remember without making just a quick pause. There was oh, yes. So I was watching one of Gary Vaynerchuk's videos recently, one of his Facebook vlogs or Daily V or whatever it is, and something hit me really good, and it's something that I'm doing, that I love that I'm doing this, but he really tied into making videos to get views and subscribers versus making content that you want to make. And I love the fact that I'm making content I want to make, because this is kind of pushing me to continue to search further for myself, and hopefully I'm helping you guys kind of understand what I'm learning, and maybe you guys can start learning it too. But also, it's something that I love the fact that you guys are following me or subscribing to the channel, because that means you're into the same things that I'm in. I love meeting people like that. That's really the whole point of the channel. I'm playing the long game, as they could say. So I want people that just are here to, just to converse on the same content, not just somebody that saw a quick video that I made to pull you in. So hope you liked it. Thumbs up if you did. Thumbs down if you don't. Subscribe. Bell icon. Blah, blah, blah. I'll see you guys later.